What's up, fam? It's your boy E back in the building with another quick video. On today, I got my friend, my homie, somebody a lot of people been expecting me to do one with. I got Mr. Paul White in the building. What we gonna do on today? I'm gonna let him say a couple words, y'all, before we get started on today.
Hey man, I'm just here for a nice good debate, talk about the game. Ain't nothing too much. I hope not. Anyway.
Well, y'all heard from Mr. Paul White. But on today, we want to discuss the college football championship game that's on tonight. First and foremost, I just want to begin with just saying, well, I'm gonna ask him this. Is he here? Who you think gonna win the game?
I got Bama.
Bama?
And they'll cut the spread. Spread about 9. And they'll cut the spread.
Okay. Why you say Bama will win? What makes you say that?
Justin Fields, he had problems with pressure. He ain't been under pressure. He ain't been good. And Mac Jones under pressure been excellent. His percentage-wise, been excellent under pressure. And I think Nick Saban defensive-wise, he's gonna throw different schemes and looks at just because he got trouble with staying on that first read. He gonna have to come off that second read. That first read. But I say this though, if Ohio State can run the ball, they got a pretty good chance.
Okay.
Alabama, they give up big plays in the secondary. I will say that, even though with Surtain, but as a group as a whole, they do give up big plays. But if they can run the ball, they'll make a really good game.
I agree with you on that. There's a lot of stuff I don't agree with you on, but I agree with you on that in a sense. I feel like Alabama, they the more talented team. I understand that. They got the better athletes overall. But the more I think about the game, I also think Ohio State. It's one position that I look at that Ohio State very underrated at. That's the running back position. I know Najee Harris, he's good.
He's good, man.
But the kid Ohio State got Summers. The kid's a great back. Now I don't think he get enough credit.
He's a bell callback.
Yeah, so I'm looking at if Ohio State can get their run game going,
Yeah, that can be a key.
it's gonna be a good game. They gotta get the run game going so everything else can flow. Cause I really don't know just how healthy Justin Fields is. So with that saying, but I still think Justin Fields good. I don't know how you feel.
No, he good. I ain't gonna discredit the man. He had a great game last game, but you gotta put him in order. Can he do it bite to bite? Cause you ain't never seen him perform like that. I give him his credit. That game he was lights out. He showed guts, poise, a true leader. But them type of performance, you gotta put him back to back. He ain't gotta have that same exact performance, but to take that next step, because that gap between Trevor Lawrence and Justin, it's a big gap right there. It's a gap between them. Even though his upside is there, but that gap is really, really big to me. But the thing with Justin, he gonna have to learn to come off that first read. Because he got that first read, bam, it quick, get it off. But if that first read ain't there, or he don't think he open yet, he hold it, he wait for him to come open. He don't want to come off that first read, go into the next read, and get off that, he need better pocket pressure. But if he get on the outside, one thing I can't say about Bama, they struggle with mobile quarterback, with their quarterback. They struggle with that. And they got, I forgot his first name, Ray. I know his last name. He coming back, but I don't know how effective he'll be. He one of their top pass rushers. But Justin, he'll do all right, but he just don't need that Northwestern and all.
I give you that.
He can't have that type.
I knew that was. You know what? I knew that was coming. I've been saying that to myself. I said he gonna bring up how he played against Northwestern, and I knew that was coming. But I give you that. That's true. I give you that. But here's another thing I was thinking about too.
Mm-hmm.
All that talent, it's gonna be talent everywhere on the field.
Oh yeah, both sides.
Who would you say is the best NFL prospect that's gonna be on the field tonight? In your opinion, who the best NFL prospect
on the field?
Yeah, that's gonna be on the field.
Gotta be Devontae.
Devontae?
I believe
I
Devontae.
disagree with you on that. He's good. He's good.
No, I get
He's good. Don't get me wrong. He's good. He's great. I gotta get the Fields.
Yeah.
Got to, huh?
I mean, because in today's game, quarterback, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at last year. He was a Heisman Trophy finalist.
Yeah, he was.
So he's been having consistent good numbers. He just haven't took
that next
elite.
step.
I give you that elite,
Yeah.
the elite step. But
it ain't all.
But overall, I think on the field, I think he's the best NFL prospect that's gonna be on the field tonight. In my opinion, I really do think that.
I mean, I see why.
Devontae Smith is good.
I see
and I ain't
why
trying to throw no shot at you. I see you got your Georgia hood and
No,
all that
man,
on.
it
And
just
I know
cold
it probably hurt you know that Fields in the championship game. I ain't gonna try to throw no shot at you. But I think I think Fields got the highest ceiling. Out of everybody that's gonna be on the field tonight.
His upside is elite. His upside is, but he ain't there to his upside yet. He ain't there yet.
Okay.
But with Devontae, why I say Devontae Smith is, all right, Waddle got hurt.
Yeah.
With Devontae Smith and Waddle, they a tandem too. When Waddle got hurt, people didn't think Devontae Smith could take that next step and be that dominant receiver. You got defenses playing a game plan to stop him, and they still haven't do it. Against Georgia, 167. Against Florida, almost 200 yards.
I'm bringing up that show. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Against LSU, almost 300 yards. And who else it was? It was somebody else. Notre Dame, he had 150 plus. So, I mean, teams still, they game plan to double him and stop him, but they still haven't. So why I say Smith is, because especially in this game, it's going to open everything up for the others. Got to look at that, because he's going to command so much, then for the others to get off. So, I mean.
Yeah. Smith, and also Devontae Smith been as good as he's been too, because of Alabama run game. Their offensive line is elite.
Oh, yeah.
People don't talk about their offensive line enough.
But with
their offensive line don't get enough credit.
The thing that's going to worry me about Bama is they center being out. That was the key piece.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
And the thing with getting the Bama with Matt Jones, get consistent pressure up front. It ain't the edge. Most people think the edge rush. But with quarterbacks like that, he not mobile. He got really good pocket presence. He'll step up in the pocket. He know how to maneuver in the pocket. So with him, they get that pressure up front, and that's what that key piece of their center being out.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point.
And he the best center in college football. He just got an award for it the other day.
Yeah.
And with him being out, and with Ohio State, they do have a pass. They ain't like they was last year with the name brand, but as a whole, as a group, they're solid. They're real solid. And if they can get that pass rush up front, they can get out of problems. Because I mean, Matt Jones, he's not mobile. He can run if he need to get a first down, but he's not that type of quarterback. He's looking to pass more than he is to take off the run.
All right, I got this question for you. Give me three keys to Alabama winning. In your opinion, what's 3 keys to Alabama winning tonight?
3 keys. Defensively, keep Justin Fields in the pocket as much as you can. Contain Justin Fields. Because the more he get out that pocket and be able to maneuver and do what he want to do, that's what they call a problem. You don't want to rush up the field. You want to close in at an angle. You don't want to just rush up the field. All you got to do is step up and back. Another key is stop the run, because Ohio State, their offense get flowing off of play action. And that's what their key is, because their running game going, he can go over the top with Olave and all the receivers and Wilson. And the freshman, I forgot his name. But a key, third one, it all depends if Waddle can go. I know they saying he gonna try to give it a go, but to me, honestly,
would you take a chance on Waddle playing? I wouldn't take a chance. I wouldn't even want to be out there. I wouldn't. Because I just think it's just too big of a risk. Him coming off an injury like that, I think it's too big of a risk. You got to think about his future at the next level.
Another thing with that, Bama need to stay doing what they've been doing.
Yeah.
They don't need to get away from all because they may scheme against Devontae Smith and try to take him away. Yeah. Do what you've been doing. Let your hog run. Let him go. Keep flowing. Keep the offense flowing, because they're scoring 48 points a game.
That's true.
Honestly, to me, I mean, I know people won't think so. This, to me, honestly, is the best offensively Bama has been throughout Nick Saban's whole career as the head coach. Offensively. Because it's more fluid.
Yeah, he got so many weapons. He using everybody.
He's using everybody.
He's more of a dangerous team.
It's not one thing you can just stop.
That's true. He using everybody.
Everybody.
That's what made Smith so dangerous. You got everybody. It's more players on that field that's dangerous too. Like the freshman kid they got out like with Mickey. The freshman kid. People don't talk about him enough. He's dangerous by himself. Then you got the 19.
Tight end.
Yeah.
That tight. He can be a key piece.
Exactly. They got so many pieces, and that's what people don't understand. All the pieces they have. Like Devontae Smith, he's doing this thing. He is. He getting out doing this thing, but it ain't as hard when you got all them pieces out there.
It's not. But then again, I say it is.
No.
Because them other pieces ain't wild though.
They ain't got to be wild.
He's doing that.
They don't have to be wild. They productive. You don't have to be a wild to be productive.
That's true.
So what they do, they making the plays they need to make.
They're not effective. It's more of the scheme than it is that play.
You can say it's the scheme, but even with this scheme, you gotta catch them. You gotta make the play.
No, true. They talented.
Yeah, I said the same. The scheme put them in good positions to make plays, but they making them.
Yeah, they is making plays.
So you gotta give them that.
That's true.
They making them.
That's true.
And what makes it even worse is the running back, Najee Harris. That offensive line. I hate Alabama gonna have an offensive line every year. And they don't get enough credit. That offensive line.
They losing a lot, but they retooling
exactly.
a lot, come right back.
That's it.
All them tackles and guards.
They just reload. So, but in my opinion, in order for Ohio State to win, they gotta play against Clemson.
Yes.
They're gonna keep it simple. They gotta play against Clemson.
They gotta bring their A game.
They gotta come out ready to fight. They come out ready to fight.
I believe so.
And they gonna come out ready to fight. Nobody ain't giving them a chance.
I wouldn't say that.
Nobody giving them a chance. If you ain't from the state of Ohio, you're not giving them a chance.
I wouldn't say that.
Man, who giving them you giving them a chance? Just answer my question.
No,
yes or no? Yes or no?
Do I give them a chance?
You giving them a chance?
I'm giving them a chance. But I think Alabama will win by double digits. But not big.
So you think they'll win by double digits? You're not
like
giving them a chance.
Maybe 12 or something like that.
You're not giving them a chance, man.
2 touchdowns.
You can't give nobody
I'm
a
not
chance
saying
to say they're going to win by
I'm
double
not saying
digits.
Bama going to blow them out. Maybe towards the end they get a little carried away. But I think it would be a good close game, and then Bama will pull out towards the end. That's what I think personally.
Me personally, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it. I think Ohio State gonna upset them. I think they're gonna upset them. I do, man, cause you're gonna get 100. It reminds me how they played in Clemson, man. People weren't giving them a chance. They won't give them a chance, man. And then Ohio State, their offensive line decent too. The thing is, with their offensive line, they just haven't been healthy all year. Now, all of them back together. They got a decent offensive line too. And if Fields could throw the ball accurately downfield, like he did, I'm just saying. I think they could beat them, man.
Thing with Ohio State, this is what I've been saying all year. You don't know which Ohio State you're gonna get.
That's true.
Because with them only playing like this, they 8th game, because they just played the 7th game. With them only playing that, you don't know if they just not hit their stride, or it's just a 1 game stint where they had that revenge all in their mind from playing Clemson from the year before.
That's true.
And had all that build up and game plan against them. So you don't know if they're gonna beat Ohio State from the 6 games that they done played, or they're gonna beat that Ohio State that we saw against Clemson. So with that, it's like a Swiss Army knife, but you don't know which Ohio State you're gonna get coming into the Bama game. I would hope they'll take that next step, but with them only playing a certain amount of games, just like I said, on the 8th game that they're playing, maybe they done hit their stride, or maybe they just, like I said, a 1 game stint. Hopefully not, for the field's sake, because it wouldn't be a good look.
In your eyes.
Only reason why I say that, because if he have a bad game tonight, that gonna hurt his draft stock. From being drafted.
It might hurt him a little
drafted
bit.
between that top 5 pick or to a top 15.
Yeah, it depends on just how bad
it is. Because from leading up before that Clemson game, they dropped them all the way down. They had them down to the 15th pick to New England. And he had between those 3 games, 5 touchdowns to 8 interceptions.
He was on a slump.
He had a bad stretch.
Yeah, he was on a slump. I give you
but
that.
From that Clemson game, it risen and stopped back up. But to top it off, he's gonna have to carry it over to this game. So that's why I say it just all depends which Ohio State you're gonna get. Hopefully, they taking that next step to be that team from following up from Clemson and not going back to a pre-Clemson.
Okay. So what you're saying that? So you think Alabama gonna be more prepared, or Ohio State gonna be more prepared for the game? And don't get me wrong, I know Saban, he the best coach. I know that, but
I really can't say more prepared. I say who execute more. I say that more. Because the coaches, they gonna have their team prepared regardless, but it all gonna come down to the players executing that game plan. I say that. Who I think execute the game plan more, who more. With Bama program, they done been there before. Ohio State ain't been there since the national championship since 14. I think it was 14. Yeah, 14. They ain't been there since then. And these players, they ain't. Ryan Day, he ain't been there before. This is his first stint. So that type of atmosphere, that type of pressure, Bama done been through it. Nick Saban done been through it. The players, they done been through it. So it ain't nothing all the way new, even though it is for Mac Jones. He ain't never been there, but he done been around it with the previous years. So I give that edge to them solely because of the experience. So they done been there. And then, even though experience ain't everything, but it do help.
Yeah, they do.
Because, somebody can just get there and upset. All it take is really any given Sunday, really, because anybody can lose.
That's true.
But
okay, you had to say one player off each team was the X factor. What player would that be for each team that would be the X factor?
X factor for Bama, I say Surtain on Olavier, because that's Fields' number 1 target is Olavier. Surtain gonna have him. If Surtain can take him away from Fields, it's forcing Fields to go to his other reads and force somebody else to beat him. So for Bama for that, and for Ohio State, I gotta give it to Trey Sermon solely because if they run game flowing, Ohio State slick unbeatable really. Because Justin Fields with that play action coming off the run, he's mobile, but dual threat. He can throw it downfield 100 yards. He got a deep ball accuracy. And then coming off the play action, and then forcing the safeties to come up into the box. Because Alabama, they ain't as dominant with the run as they used to be. So you able to run the ball on them. So it forced the secondary to come up into the box, look into the backfield, and hit them the play action over the top, and they've been giving big plays up all year. So with Ohio State, I give it to Trey Sermon.
You made a good point about Alabama not being as dominant against the run. That's one of the matchups I'm gonna be looking at tonight. To be honest with you, Justin Fields and the defensive coordinator for Alabama. Because if you think about the defense, it's just not getting up the park. But that defense was kind of inconsistent this year. So that got a lot to do with your defensive coordinator too. So I'm gonna look at that matchup on Justin Fields versus the defensive coordinator and see how he's gonna respond.
Yeah, that's gonna be the key.
That's gonna be very key.
It's gonna be a key matchup because Bama they can throw different looks at you, different schemes to confuse them, and so that I say that'll mess up Justin Fields. It's his timing that he want to get off of his first read. So I can say that. Yeah, that's a good take out.
So if Justin Fields, if he have a great game tonight, would you say he's better than Jake Fromm?
Yeah.
Huh? I just asked that because I know how you feel about Jake Fromm in Georgia. Don't get me wrong.
Jake Fromm ain't.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm not a Georgia hater. I know you think I'm not a Georgia hater, but I just.
When it comes to me, it is.
When it comes to you?
Yeah.
But somewhat, yeah, I'm kind of.
When you talk to other Jordan fans, that hate that venom that I hear in your voice, you think it's firm. But when you talking to me, I hear every last bit of it.
Oh, but I just, I'm gonna give you a little credit here.
All right.
I'm gonna give you a little credit here. It's gonna take all I got to do is to give it to you. I give Georgia one thing. I've been thinking about it. I give Georgia one thing. Georgia defense have been good. They have been good. They've been one of the better defenses in college besides 2 games. I'll give you that.
Defense.
With the, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. I will give you credit on your defense. The defense have been elite. It just 2 games. It just had a small hiccup, but he had one of the better defenses in the country.
So. With in today's game, no defense gonna stop no offense. Really.
That's true. That's true.
In today's game, how fluid the offense is.
If you allow offense to get 24, 28 points, your defense doing good. Honestly, with the game, because the way they spread everybody out, it's more of an offensive. Really. It's an offensive game now. Everything's still around offense now, so I'll give you that.
That's why I say if the offense really ain't complementing the defense can only hold so much longer. So just like with the LSU game, actually, let's go there. With the LSU game, actually. Our defense played good up at halftime, even though y'all missed some touchdowns, some drops that could have expanded the score from 17 to 3. But they're just football. That's part of football.
Yeah.
But I also got to look at it. Georgia offense wasn't helping their defense.
No, the offense wasn't at all.
Especially with that type of team that y'all had last year. You holding them down to 17 at halftime. Yeah. That's a win by itself.
That's a win.
But if your offense not complementing that and scoring and helping the defense and keeping them off the field and not just going 3 and out, the defense going automatically just gonna fail sooner or later. And that's what happened toward the end of the game. Y'all start getting that rhythm. Y'all found out what we were doing. Y'all made adjustments.
That's true.
And the offense wasn't scoring. So defense nowadays, like you said, if you holding them to 28 points, you actually kind of good, especially high power offense, top teams anyway. But you know the little teams, you're gonna hold them down anyway. But like to teams like the Ohio State, Clemson, teams like that, if you get to hold them to 28 points, you're actually doing good. So I mean, today's defenses, it's all about the red zone, really.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get yards. Teams going to get yards regardless because of how the offense is nowadays. But it's all about that red zone. If they scoring, if they kicking field goals.
That's true.
Or either.
That makes a difference.
And with offenses now, are you getting pressure on the quarterback, tilt passing maybe could lead to an interception, or you getting sacked? Those nowadays is all about that red zone and turnover factor. Yeah. Can you flip a possession? Can you steal a possession from the offense, basically? Can you get a sack? Can you get a tilt pass? Can you just get pressure?
When you get it, you got to capitalize on it.
Yeah, you got to capitalize on it.
That's true.
So can you flip that field? So that's all about it is now with defense. Because those days of old school defense shutting you out, that's over with.
Yeah, you're right.
You ain't got that more because offense is so high power nowadays. So.
The skill set of players are out the roof these days.
Yeah.
But I got one more thing. Well, I got one thing to ask you, and then we're gonna get out of here. What's your score prediction on tonight?
On my honest score?
I asked you. What's your score prediction on tonight?
Ohio State gonna have to get 48.
48? Man, that's disrespectful, man. 48?
They're gonna have to get 48 to win the game, man. They're gonna have to.
So you basically saying Ohio State defense ain't gonna do nothing. That's what you basically saying. That defense ain't gonna do nothing. They gotta get 48 points to win the game. That defense ain't doing nothing.
From that offense that I seen from Bama East, it ain't LSU's offense from the year ago where it's just completely unstoppable. And plus Alabama ain't got Water there. And Water not gonna be full of strength, even if he do play this year. But the scheming wise, how he scheming, and then their offensive line. They whole offense is predicated by their offensive line. Because Matt Jones got time.
Yeah, he got time. I agree with you on
and
that.
His pocket presence is elite, and then under pressure, he completing 68% of his passes just off pressure alone. That's really elite of the elite. And this passer rating is 98.5. That's elite, and that's so predicated because of the scheme that Sarkisian doing and the offensive line. That's why I say, and it's given, and DBs can only cover for so long, 3 to 4
That's kind
seconds.
of Ohio State weak area that DB is kind of suspect.
And that's why I say only DBs can only cover 3 to 4 seconds. But he having so much time and be able to move in that pocket to get over receivers time to get open, even on those deep passes. Even you give a little quick pass to Devontae and those receivers, they're gone. So it's really, that offense is so smooth and ran nice, and they scoring at a fast pace. Ohio State gonna have to be able to keep up the score. That's why I say they're gonna have.
They say 48.
They're gonna have to score about 48 points to win that game. I think it's gonna be a high score because I don't think Nick Saban's defense gonna completely shut Justin Fields them down, because they do also got those type of players, same type of players that Alabama got, and also can hit you over the top. Because Alabama's secondary, again, as a whole, they're not that good. They're good at certain positions, but they on their backside of the safety position, they not that good. So that's why I say Ohio State is going to get a few hits over the top.
I think Ohio State, they get 35 to 42 points. They'll be good with that. Yeah. The reason why I say that, because if they score at that rate, that means they got their run game going.
Yeah.
So they got their run game going, they kind of milk the clock anyway. So it'll take away from Bama offensive possession.
Yeah.
So I think they could get 35 to 38 points. I think they'll be in a good place. That position, that means their run game is being productive.
They're gonna have to get 40.
Think 40.
35.
I'm saying if that run game being productive and you moving the chains, you melting that clock and you keeping the offense off the field.
But with that's
right.
right.
And so even with that, you keep them off the field so long, any offense gonna get out of rhythm. You can't just if you keep them off the field so long, maybe they can't get their rhythm like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Generally, like they normally do.
Like
So if you're doing that, you're gonna keep them off the field. It's kind of gonna Bama gonna score. They're gonna be Bama, but I'm saying if they can do that at a consistent rate.
That's why I say they can do that, but if they not complementing the offense with their defense by stopping Bama, because you can keep them off the field all you want with the time to win the time possession and have more yards than this, but if Bama's scoring on their, even though you shorten their position, but if they scoring on those positions, it's really doing yourself no favor, because you're really not helping your offense by keeping the ball away from them, by not stopping them offense. So that's why I say if Sarkisian finds the weakness or getting the rhythm or find a good matchup they like, it's like soccer, really, honestly. Yeah. Especially with the weapons.
This is the best Sarkisian had.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. He done did his thing this year.
Well,
so you say Ohio. So what's your score prediction then? You're gonna take 48 points. So what do you think Bama have? What's your score prediction?
Bama putting on 50.
50?
They put on 50. 50 to 38.
50 38? 50 38 Bama. Well, my score prediction 45 38 Bama. I think it'll be 45 38 Bama.
I like that.
I think it'll be that. But we about to get out here on today, guys. I ask you to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And do me a favor, I'd love to hear your feedback on the discussion we had today, in the comment section. Give me feedback in the comment section on what y'all think of what the championship game be on tonight. But that's all we have for you on today, guys. About to get out of here. We ask you to have a nice day. Be blessed. We out.
I'll be biting.